time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi 97.3 Accra. Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. It's also live on all our affiliates across the country and also live on citinewsroom.com. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Coming up, dozens of school children from Benkunedu SDA Basic School in the Ashanti region feared dead following a vehicle accident at Asiseso in the eastern region. Also coming up, traders affected by the devastating fire at the Blue Light section of a dome in Kumasi intensify appeals for permission to rebuild their structures and resume trading. Still ahead, the High Court in Accra hears application for bail by lawyers of embattled former Director General of the National Signals Bureau and his wife. And later, with barely 24 hours to the 2025 edition of the Back to Your Village Food Festival, we'll give you a feel of what to expect tomorrow.
So this weekend, all roads are leading to the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and we are just going to be there. It's a family affair. We are celebrating heritage, and we are crowning it all with a Back to Your Village Food Festival.
All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is live on all our affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. In the Western region, we are live on Ajunpa 100.7 in Takwa, Beach FM 105.5 in Takrady, and Sky Power FM 93.5 also in Takrady. Bono region, this is Greener FM 95.9 in Sunyain. Ashanti region, Focus FM 94.3 in Kumasi. Orange FM 107.9 also in Kumasi. Volta region, we are live on Revival FM 99.3 in Tajewu. VOV Radio 95.7 in Hohoi. Northern region, this is Radio Bimbala 91.9 in Bimbala. Upper East, Quality FM 88.7 in Garu. Upper West, we are live on Tonsong FM 97.3 in Wa and Jirapa FM 96.1 in Jirapa.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Let's begin the bulletin on a rather sad note, and several school children from Benkunedu SDA Basic School in the Ashanti region are feared dead after the vehicle they were traveling in was involved in a fatal accident on the Asiseso stretch between Edukrom and Somanya. The bus was carrying 62 children when the driver reportedly lost control while descending the Asiseso hill, somersaulted and landed on its side. Citi News understands the students were on their way to Akosombo for an excursion when the tragic incident occurred. The Eastern Regional Minister Rita Kosia Awate, who was on her way to an official assignment, witnessed the crash and joins us via the telephone to get more from her. Good afternoon to you, madam. Thank you so much for your time. Now, this is rather unfortunate. We understand you were on your way to an official assignment and you witnessed this particular incident. Tell us more.
Thank you, Madam Zoe. Yeah, so this morning I have a program. I have an engagement at the Montgomery College, and on our way from Kuforidia to Somenya, just descending the Asiseso mountain, we met a very fatal accident, and I have to stop. Currently, I'm at the hospital with the keys, some of the keys that was involved, those who have survived the accident. My understanding tells me they are children from Benkunedu SDA Basic School at Ashanti Action Central. The bus was carrying 62 children on board and traveling to Akosombo for excursion, as we said. Part of that we don't know yet. On spot, we saw 2 people dead. We are yet to ascertain the loss, but currently I'm at the hospital with the surviving children and tutors from Ben Konedu SDA Basic School.
Now, madam, what else have the hospital authorities been telling you?
I just arrived on the spot, and I'm here to talk to the hospital authorities. I'm here with Dr. Grace Jepo, administrator and the administrator of the Somania District Hospital. If you can have a word with them.
Please hand over the phone to her for me.
Okay.
Hello, madam. Thank you for your time. Okay. My name is Howard from Citi FM. Now, as hospital authorities, what is the situation with the children who have been brought to your facility?
Oh, okay. And currently, we have some 2 critical cases that we have been referred to Eastern Regional Hospital. The rest are stable for now, and we are still taking care of them. That's good.
Do we have any of the children dead as being reported?
Please, sis?
I'm asking, do we understand? We understand some of the children are dead. Is it that? Do you have any information?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
How many are at your facility now?
One is brought in. There are 2 people brought in dead. One is a 65-year-old woman. The other one is about 15-year-old girl. They were brought in dead.
So how many are currently in your custody?
Currently, we have about 31 to 35 students at our custody.
How are they doing as we speak?
They are stable for now. Others have been sent to Atua Government Hospital.
Are there serious injuries or these are minor injuries from your observation so far?
We have 2 serious injuries that have been they are being referred to Koforidua Regional Hospital. So the ambulance have just come in to pick the first case to Koforidua Regional Hospital, and the national ambulance will be coming for the second case.
Very well, grateful for your time. That was an official at a health facility where the regional minister, as the Eastern Regional Minister, is currently visiting some school children who have been involved in an accident. Let's stay in the Eastern region. Let's speak to our correspondent, Neil Amati Kanako, for more. Kanako, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Tell us about the nature of this particular road.
Yeah, thank you very much, Howard. So this is the exact spot where the ambulance driver from the Somania was shot dead by some armed men about 2 or 3 years ago. Now, this is the same spot where last year staff of the Koforidua Sectec got involved in an accident where 3 members of the staff also lost their lives. Now, this is an area which happens to be very windy and very curvy as well. And if you are not too familiar with the nature of the road there, you'll be surprised by the hill. Now, when you are descending from Edukroman and you get to Asesieso, from Asesieso, between Asesieso to Trom Junction, when you are about getting to Somania, there's this hill there, that is the Asesieso hill. Even though construction works began after the death of the ambulance driver, they've opened up the place, but the hill seems to be the problem, surprising a lot of drivers who are using that particular stretch for the very first time. The small vehicles, some way, somehow find ways in going about it. That is first-time drivers who are using smaller cars, but the problem has got to do with those driving buses and other long vehicles who are using that particular stretch for the very first time. It ends up getting them involved in the accident, because if you're unable to change to the lower gear when you are just about at the peak of the hill, and then you don't change to the lower gear, that is when you find yourself wanting when descending that particular hill. So we believe it's time for the Ghana Highway Authority and other partners to make some visible signs there, which can also help the drivers, especially first-time drivers, applying that particular stretch for the very first time to prevent some of these occurrences.
Now, could you have been following this particular incident, the accident in question? Tell us, do we know if the other sister security agencies are on site?
Yes, currently they are around. That is the ambulance service. They are helping with extrication and then some rescue or operations. They were called in initially when the incident happened, and then personnel from the Ghana Police Service are also currently on site assisting with traffic control on that particular stretch. But I should say efforts are also being made to reach out to the families of these people, especially those in the Ashanti region, to inform them about this unfortunate incident and also get parents of those who are involved to also come around the hospital to ensure that they help with investigations as well.
Grateful for your time, Neil. Niamate Kanako is our Eastern Regional correspondent. Away from the Eastern region, let's come to the Central region, where a couple has been arrested by the Awutu Breku District Police Command for allegedly chaining and abandoning their 9-year-old son in a bush at Gomwa in Kwantanan. While their motive remains unclear, Citi News understands, or Citi News sources suggest that the suspects, including the boy's mother, restrained him in the bush for 2 days as punishment for being stubborn and refusing to obey them. The suspects, Bismarck Odoy and Xavier Arthur, reportedly went into hiding after the incident but have since been arrested in police custody. A resident, James Mensah, who rescued the boy and took him to the police, said he found the child in chains, abandoned without food.
I found the boy in the bush with a chain around his leg. Concerned, I asked him why he was chained, and he explained that his father had restrained him and abandoned him there. I immediately reported the incident to the Awutu Breku police station. The police summoned the father, who has since been detained as investigations continue.
The police commander asked the India Quano, I said, Ntama and Muno, you are often Baba. Sanapia Wane, Siadi Bako, Antonia, Temse, Mana Budino matching.
He had a resident of Gomwan Kwantanan, James Mensah, who rescued the child who had been chained by his parents in the bush. Now the victim, the 9-year-old boy, revealed that his father punished him for refusing to attend school.
I
was late to school, and when my father found out, he confronted me about it. Despite explaining my reasons, he was determined to punish me. He chained my legs and took me to a nearby bush, leaving me there for 2 days. I spent those 2 days in the bush.
2 days.
That was a victim who was abandoned by his father in the bush. Now, President John Dramani Mahama has clarified that the proposed Hajj village currently under construction will not be exclusively for pilgrims traveling to Mecca. The project has faced criticism, with some questioning its relevance amid economic challenges and whether it will serve only Hajj pilgrims. However, the president explained that the facility would provide essential amenities for all passengers passing through the airport, enhancing their overall transit experience. He made these remarks during an iftar at the Jubilee House yesterday to break the Ramadan fast with the Muslim community.
For years, Ghanaian pilgrims preparing for Hajj faced poor accommodation and logistical difficulties before they embark on the holy journey. Under the research agenda, the Ghana Airport Company is constructing a transit terminal which would be used as a Hajj village during the Hajj period and as a comfortable transit center before departure. But let me point out that the transit center will be available in periods after Hajj, outside Hajj, to other passengers in transit through Kotoka Airport. This project reflects our commitment to dignity and efficiency in public service delivery, ensuring that Muslim brothers and sisters travel for Hajj in a well organized, dignified, and respectful manner. In recognition of the invaluable contribution of the Muslim community to Ghana's development, we made history by introducing a second public holiday for the Eid al-Fitr celebration. And indeed, that holiday kicks in for the first time this weekend when we break the fast. And so tomorrow will be the last working day. For those of you who want to go to the bank, you better go and take money, because once we break, you're not going to have banking access until Wednesday.
Now, still at the presidency, the president has pledged to further increase the budgetary allocation for the Ghana Armed Forces. The 2025 budget earmarks 2.7 billion cedis for the Defense Ministry and the Ghana Armed Forces, but the president acknowledged that the amount is inadequate. He stressed the need for additional funding to improve the welfare of the forces and enhance their operational effectiveness. He made these remarks during a meeting with the new Chief of Defense Staff and Service Commanders.
On my part as your Commander-in-Chief, I'll provide you with the needed resources to enhance your capabilities and operational efficiency while seeking your welfare every step of the way. This year, we have allocated over 6.7 billion Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Defense and the Ghana Armed Forces. As we turn the economy around, you can rest assured that your budgetary allocation is to enable you secure new and additional platforms and assets in order to enhance your operations. I also task you to explore innovative financing means to improve infrastructure and training, especially in respect of accommodation for your troops.
President Mahama also disclosed that the government is working to settle outstanding debt, as the Ministry of Defense is currently burdened with a 3.7 billion cedi debt, including 275 million cedis owed to food suppliers.
Currently, we know that you are saddled with a debt of approximately 3.7 billion cedis. However, with innovation, commitment, and perseverance, we shall expand and modernize the Ghana Armed Forces. We're already working to fix the imminent food crisis that could have hit the Ghana Armed Forces due to the indebtedness of 275 million Ghana cedis owed to your food suppliers since August 2023, 17 long months. The Minister for Finance and the Minister for Defense are working to settle current bills while implementing additional measures to clear the outstanding debts.
President John Dramani Mahama, you're still listening to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa, still ahead with barely 24 hours to the 2025 edition of the Back to Your Village Food Festival. We'll give you a feel of what to expect tomorrow.
So this weekend, all roads are leading to the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and we are just going to be there. It's a family affair. We are celebrating heritage, and we are crowning it all with a Back to Your Village Food Festival.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Get ready as we take you back to your roots for an unforgettable experience and treat you to delectable, authentic Ghanaian cuisine from the Akan, the northern and southern villages at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025. Let's also treat you to a collection of authentic Ghanaian music, traditional dances, some authentic Ghanaian games, and great networking. The date is the 29th and 30th of March 2025. The venue is the forecourt of the AMA, and the time is 10 a.m. right through till 6 p.m. each day. Come and enjoy some incredible performances that will transform you straight to the heart of our rich cultural heritage, from the Just Groove Band, Ejojinam Fafali Bobobo, Drumunda, National Dance Ensemble, Kwampa, and the Adaha Dance Band. Be part of the celebration and let's go back to our roots and discover the flavors and rhythms that bind us all. Follow Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM social media handles for updates with the hashtag Back to Your Village. Entry is free. See you there. The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Gino, Koa Natural Cocoa Fruit Juice, Pan-African Savings and Loans, Jibu Water, Trinam Industrial Company, Contract Cleaners Association of Ghana, and OCM.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. Now, the Chamber for Local Governance has raised concerns over the 4 billion cedis allocated to the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs for the 2025 fiscal year. The budget approved by Parliament will cover allowances for assembly members and traditional authorities along with various programs and projects under the ministry. It also includes plans to establish a National Prayer Day. Speaking to Citi News, Chalok President Richard Fiadomo called for a reassessment of the allocation in the coming months. However, he welcomed the funding for allowances, noting that it would support local governance and decentralization.
When we look at the amount allocated to the ministry, if you ask my personal considered opinion, 4 billion is woefully inadequate, considering the fact that the ministry has become bigger in terms of entities or agencies that have been brought under it. Now, chieftaincy and all its agencies are under it, and then sanitation and all its agencies are under local government ministry, and then the traditional functions that the local government ministry continue to play in the past, they continue to play it today. So, yes, we appreciate the amount, but I do not think that it is enough for the ministry to run for the whole year. For the payment of allowances to assembly members, we heard that 100 million has been allocated for the payment of allowances for assembly members. When you look at the fact that we have close to 9,300 elected and government-appointed assembly members, obviously, if you look at the 100 million, then if you do the mathematics, then every assembly member will be taking at least 1,000 Ghana cedis. I'm not too sure if the GRA won't take taxes from that allowance, but if taxes are not going to be taken, then averagely each assembly member should be earning 1,000 Ghana cedis every month in terms of allowance. It is a good start, and we believe that as the years progress, the allowances will also be increased so that it will incentivize assembly members so that they can be able to take assembly business very serious.
Richard Fiadomo is the president of the Chamber for Local Governance. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs has announced plans to relaunch the National Sanitation Day on Wednesday, April 2, as part of efforts to improve environmental sanitation nationwide. The first nationwide cleanup exercise is scheduled for Saturday, April 5, and will be observed on the first Saturday of every month. The government has allocated 5 million cedis for the initiative to be disbursed across all 16 regions. Speaking to Citi News, Deputy Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Rita Na Odole Sowa, said a league table would be introduced with the cleanest municipality or district receiving an award.
As we relaunch the National Sanitation Day on the 2nd of April, like I said earlier, on the 5th of April, we'll have the first National Sanitation Day, the NDC Manifesto Clean Up Ghana by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. There will be a league table where the cleanest municipality or district will be rewarded. And so we'll know the cleanest districts and then the dirtiest districts. So I believe no district wants to come at the bottom. So let's all put in our best to ensure that our districts will be the top or the first cleanest city in Ghana.
You heard Deputy Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Rita Na Odole Sowa. Now, traders affected by the fire at the Blue Light section of the Central Business District in Kumasi remain uncertain about when they will be allowed to rebuild and resume business. A week after the devastating fire in the area, the land remains bare with debris and burnt metal containers being cleared for scrap. Affected traders are intensifying calls for authorities to grant them permission to reconstruct their structures and restart operations.
There's
really nothing we can do about the situation. We are pleading with Otumfuo to have mercy on us. Government cannot rebuild within the shortest time, so we ask that they allow us rebuild in the interim. I bought my items on Tuesday, and on Friday the place was scattered by fire. We have what to eat, but we need to work to sustain ourselves. We are therefore pleading that you allow us rebuild.
We had some traders at the blue light section of the Central Business District in Kumasi. Meanwhile, the leadership of the New Patriotic Party has presented 100,000 cedis to traders affected by the fire at the Edum market. Speaking to Citi News, Justin Kodia Frimpong, who is the General Secretary, appealed to the government to provide seed money to help traders recover from their losses.
Today, coming here and seeing the whole place in this state is a very sad situation we find ourselves. But we can assure the good people of this market and Asanteman that the MPP, the New Patriotic Party, will never turn our back on them. Even in opposition, we have managed to raise some funds to come and support them. We came here today to make a donation of 100,000 Ghana cedis to support the cause of rebuilding the structures in this place. Similar calamity happened in Volta region, and the government was able to raise a seed money of about 200 million Ghana cedis to support them. We are pleading on him to do a similar thing here by having a seed money for our market women and men in this place. There's one plea that they have also made, that they know government may have good intentions to construct the place for them. But we all know government processes. It may take time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, even 4 years. But the market women and men themselves have agreed upon themselves that they can all come in and help. But all that they need from the government to give them the opportunity for them to raise the structure themselves.
General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Frimpong Kodia. The countdown is on with less than 24 hours to the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025. Vendors and sponsors are set to welcome patrons to the two-day event on March 29 and 30 at the forecourt of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. The festival will showcase a variety of Ghanaian dishes alongside musical entertainment. Head of events and partnerships at Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, Frema Edunyame, highlight why this year's edition is a must attend.
We are bringing indigenous Ghanaian meals from across Ghana. So from the Akan areas to the southern areas to the northern areas. I mean, meals that you've never tasted, those that you've not had in a very long time, and your favorite. I mean, everything. We are bringing grills, we are bringing snacks, we are bringing drinks. You know, all these are local indigenous Ghanaian meals and drinks. So we are calling on all. Security is going to be extremely tight. We also have performing artists coming through. We have the Groove Brass Band. We have National Dance Company coming through. We have the Adaha Band, Kwampa. We have Dromona. We have Ejojinam Fafali. It's a whole day affair, so it's really going to be fun. Bring your children. Introduce the children to our local meals. The festival opens at 10 a.m., closes at 6 p.m. on day 1. But on day 2, because Monday is a holiday, we close at 10 p.m. So this weekend, all roads are leading to the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and we are just going to be there. It's a family affair. We are celebrating heritage, and we are crowning it all with a Back to Your Village Food Festival.
Frema Edunyame is head of events and partnerships at Channel 1 TV and Citi FM. The 2025 Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Jibu Water, Gino, Pan-African Savings and Loans, Twillium Industry and Contract Cleaners Association of Ghana. So see you tomorrow at the forecourt of the AMA. The event starts from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, the Accra High Court has reduced the bail condition for embattled former Chief Executive of the National Signals Bureau, Kwabena Edu-Boahen, from 120 million cedis to 80 million cedis, while that of his wife remains unchanged at 80 million cedis. The couple had been in custody amid an investigation by the Economic and Organized Crime Office over allegations of embezzlement, fraud, and illicit financial transactions. Edu-Boahen, who served as as chief executive from 2017 until his departure in February 2025, is accused of diverting state funds into personal accounts. Reacting to the ruling, his legal representative Samuel Atachia expressed confidence that his client would meet the revised bail condition.
Let the people who have incarcerated you, because you will know that if your liberty is at the sufferance of those who have captured you, you can never go home. But now the custody of their peace is with the court, and this is what we call the court bail on reasonable terms. If you see that the woman's own was without justification. So we are going to go and ensure that whatever is necessary will be done before the registrar, not them. But they are saying that because of their safety, they want to take them to their place. And when the order is ready, they can come back and then they satisfy the conditions before the registrar.
Samuel Atachia is lawyer for former chief executive of the National Signals Bureau, Kobna Edu Boahe. And that's it for today's edition of the City Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka, Accra. Please log on to citynewsroom.com for more stories. I am Hawaii Tracy Mustafa. Have a great weekend.
City News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, City 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at City 973.